Hi everyone, welcome back to Finding Stardust. And in today's video, I want to help you go from zero meditation or very little or sporadic meditation to the point where you are meditating consistently for 40 minutes or more a day. It is absolutely possible to be meditating 40 minutes or more a day. I know because I'm now consistently meditating for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes to 3 hours a day. Now, you don't need to go to that extreme, but you can definitely make meditation a big part of your life. So let us start by asking the question, why do you want to have a meditation practice? And I think that people fall into two camps. The first camp are those people who are seeking some kind of, let's say, material benefit. And by that, I mean, they want more mental clarity, they want to do better at work. There are some people who want to meditate because it's for stress or anxiety reduction. But ultimately, I think there's a much deeper reason and purpose as to why somebody is drawn to and also sticks with their meditation. And of course, it could be the case that, the material benefits that you get kind of keep you there for a while. But I think from my perspective and from what I observed, within all of us, there is this inner calling. I know that if you're watching my channel, you probably have felt this at some point or have felt this on a continuous basis. And that is the feeling that something is missing. There is a void. And so you are on this kind of constant search. You know that something is missing in your life, even though you don't know exactly what it is. So how does this void manifest itself in your life? At the level of materiality, so in terms of your day-to-day life, you might have a great life. You might be very successful in your career. You might have a good relationship. You might be doing sort of well in the sense of material success. But nonetheless, you feel this sense of restlessness, this sense of disconnection, this sense of emptiness, and you just can't really put your finger on it. It's like an itch that you know is there, but you're not able to scratch it because you don't know exactly where it is. And I would say that that is the spiritual itch that you are crying out to scratch. Just in terms of my own journey, since I've been meditating regularly for 40 minutes plus a day, here are some of the benefits and experiences that I have experienced. So, for example, a real sense of calmness, an ability to rise above pretty much every situation and not view things that happen in life as problems. Everything that unfolds is essentially life, just unfolding before me rather than specific problems that I really need to get embroiled in and, give all of my time and attention to it. So there's this real sense of perspective. And I think when you have that sense of perspective, things just feel much easier, much lighter. And there isn't that sense of kind of suffering, I would say, that's associated with problems that arise in life. Another experience is, and I've previously only read about this and I never thought it would happen to me, but it did, and I'm very thankful that it happened. But essentially a real sense of love and bliss and joy when I sit down to meditate, and is a tangible kind of energy. And honestly, never thought that I would experience it, but I think everybody has the potential to experience this. It is a case of making your meditation practice or your spiritual practice something that you do every single day, and also doing it in a particular way, because I think certain types of meditation are more conducive to these types of experiences than others. And finally, whilst there's other sort of benefits that I could go on about, the really important one for me as well is a real deep sense of connection to source, to God, to universal intelligence, whatever you want to call it. But there's a real sense of connection and trust and faith, and that no matter what happens in my life, that I'm guided, that I'm protected, that I'm loved. And there's just It sounds really weird, but there's this sense of almost invincibility, right? In the sense that you're so connected with the source of life and creation that no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. And so those feelings that I described earlier about this sense of emptiness or this void or this sense of perhaps restlessness, like constantly trying to find that thing and trying to scratch that itch, that goes away. So let's go into the how of it. In terms of the meditation, I run a meditation group actually every Monday to Friday, 7:20 a.m. to 8 a.m. And the format that we follow is to start with a progressive body relaxation to really prepare the body for meditation. And then we move on to relaxing the mind and preparing the mind and making it more receptive to meditation. And then we go on to open the heart chakra, because with this meditation that we do, it's a dynamic form of meditation. It's not about silencing the mind. It's not about silencing the body. It's about actually really engaging the essence of who we are in that process and really maximizing and amping up the energy. And then we go on to chant for about 25 minutes or so, and it's silent chanting in the mind. And then every 5 minutes, I'll give everybody a reminder, things to think about, things to try, things to do that's going to really help them in their meditation. And it could be things like smiling while you're meditating. You know, I call it smile therapy, but essentially when you smile, there's so many happy chemicals, hormones that are released into the body. And imagine if you could do it so that you are smiling with the whole of your body. And then we'll set an aspirational intention for the day. So it could be to be more loving or more kind or whatever. And then most days as well, I'll set everyone a little experiment. So it could be something like, notice how when you're going around, you're actually a lot of the time making judgments or labeling things. And it could be a good judgment or a negative judgment. A lot of the time it's going to be a negative judgment because a lot of people's minds are wired towards that negativity. So that's an overview of the meditation. If you would like to join the meditation group, then I would be delighted to have you join us. Please do send me a DM on Instagram, and then I can send you some more guidelines with regards to the meditation and also send you the link to the Zoom meditation. It's absolutely free of charge, and I want to make sure that for the meditation group, the online meditation group in the mornings, that it stays free of charge forever, because I think it's so important that as many people as possible get the chance to experience this transformative practice. Meditating in a group is so powerful because we are building collective, vital and spiritual energy, and we're all creating such a positive experience that everybody can tune into. And I would say that's one of the shortcut ways in which you can really accelerate your meditation practice, by joining a group, because there's this inbuilt accountability, and there's nothing really, I think, that beats kind of like a live meditation experience with other people who are also doing the same thing as you. It is a very beautiful shared experience. Please take the action in joining the meditation group so that you can develop a regular meditation practice and really get to fully experience the spiritual joy, the love and the bliss, and all of those things that you may have read about but didn't think were something that you could experience. I know for sure that you can, but you do need to engage in a regular spiritual meditation practice. Thank you so much for watching. It's been such a pleasure to share this time with you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care now. Bye.